Let's get started. Any great school starts with its people, with its staff. So before we can do anything else, we have got to get your teachers set up in the system. This is the absolute first building block that makes everything else possible. Okay, let's dive into part 1, adding your teaching staff. We're going to get their accounts created and really set the stage for everything that comes next. Now, hold on one second. Before you click anything else, this is super important. Creating new user accounts is a power that's reserved only for school administrators. So just take a quick second and double-check that you're logged in with an admin account. If you're not, the options we're about to talk about they won't even show up for you. The good news is, the process itself is really straightforward. From your main dashboard, you're going to navigate over to Manage Teachers. Of course, it'll be empty for now, so just go ahead and click Add Teachers. A little form will pop up asking for the essentials, a unique STAS ID for that teacher, their first name, surname, and their email. Just fill that in, hit Save Teacher, and just like that, you've created your very first user. Okay, so your teacher is officially in the system. That's great, but a teacher's profile isn't really complete until they're connected to their actual classroom. So for part 2, we're going to assign their specific classes and subjects. So why is this step such a big deal? Well, think of it like building digital walls around each teacher's classroom. When you manage a teacher like this, you're making sure that when they log in, they only see the students and the subjects that they are responsible for. It's what keeps the whole platform organized, focused, and totally secure. So, back on that Manage Teachers page, you'll see the teacher you just added. Look for the Assign button right next to their name and give that a click. This brings up a new menu where you can select all the classes this teacher is in charge of. You can even select a bunch of classes at once. Just click the Assign button and you're already halfway there. Now let's get a little more specific. In that very same menu, click on Assign Subjects. First, you'll select a class from the drop-down, one of the ones you just assigned. Then you can pick the specific subjects they teach within that class. Once you've made your selections, click Add Subjects, and that teacher's profile is officially complete. All right, you've done all the admin work on the back end, but how does the teacher actually get into the system? This next part is the key piece of information you're going to need to share with your staff. The login for teachers is designed to be super simple and predictable. Their username is automatically created using a set formula. It's just their first name, a hyphen, and their staff ID. So for our teacher Felix, it's Felix-teacher123. Easy, right? And the default password for every single new teacher is admin123. Now they can, and definitely should, change this right after they log in for the first time. With your teaching staff all set up and ready to go, it's time for part 3, bringing your students on board and finally populating those digital classrooms. Now, before we jump into adding students one by one, listen up. Here's a pro tip that will save you a massive amount of time. The very first thing you should do is set up a unique student ID prefix for each one of your classes. So what in the world is a prefix? Well, it's just a short, unique code that you create for each class. For instance, for Basic 6 at Bright Future School, your prefix could be something simple like B6BFS. This little code becomes the foundation for automatically generating a unique ID for every single student you add to that class. This brings us to your 2 options for creating student IDs. You can click Auto Generate, which uses that handy prefix we just talked about. This is the fast, consistent, and honestly, the highly recommended method. Or you can manually type in a preferred ID. This can be useful if you're dealing with, say, a transfer student, or if you have a pre-existing numbering system you need to match. All right, let's put it all together. To add a student, just choose a class and click Students. From there, select Add Single Student. Now you can either auto-generate the ID using your prefix or type one in yourself. Just fill out the required fields, first name, second name, and gender, click Add Student, and boom! Your first student is officially enrolled. And just like that, you've done it. Seriously, you've added your staff, you've assigned their roles, and you've started populating your classrooms. The core foundation of your digital school is now officially in place. So, to quickly recap, what are the 3 most important things to remember from all this? Number 1, only administrators can create new user accounts. That's a big one. Number 2, the teacher login formula is simple and always the same. First name, hyphen, staff ID. And finally, number 3, that pro tip, setting a student ID prefix before you start adding students is the secret to making the whole process fast and easy.